Hello, everybody. Oh wait, do we like it this way?
It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters. I'm a right guy. Whatever. Hey guys, this is Jan, and welcome to the Spit Talk podcast. My name is Jan.
My name is Aaron, and we have no Kyle today.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
fucking.
he'll pop in.
No, he's not gonna. He's a fucking asshole today. He's not gonna pop in. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
He might. We never
He
know.
might. Well, we'll see. I mean, we're even kind of late because it's kind of like Aaron missed us or something, so we were like, you know what, we'll fucking record. I
This is
guess.
true. This is
That's
true.
fine. Because we weren't planning on doing anything there, but we do have a few things to talk about. Some stuff that came up over the last couple weeks. That's really all we do, anyways. We haven't had. That's the weird thing. We haven't had one of those episodes where we're like, we have a topic and that's just our whole thing lately. It's just been whatever. But who cares?
Mm.
I mean, it's just our thing. We're just trying to catch up here. A few things to keep in mind. We did it both because we're gonna bring up some things where we both watched alone. So like I didn't watch what he watched. He didn't watch what I watched. So just keep that in mind. It's like for example, I. Well, first off, how are you? I guess Aaron.
No, I'm good. I'm
Can
good.
bring.
Like what you said. Like yeah, it's been a minute since like we've seen each other. So I'm pretty sure we've done something in like the movie or TV show like
Yeah,
sub
I did one
world.
thing. Yeah, I did one thing.
One thing.
So it wasn't
Okay.
too much. Um,
Okay.
but we could bring that up. And we could
Well, you did a
like
couple things. Like
what like what.
we trailers came out, so like we've seen things. So
Oh, we've seen things,
yeah.
yeah, but I was busy working on the Tekken script that it just wasn't working. I was kidding. No. Yeah. Now, we can start with the trailers for today then, and we'll try to move on from there. There was a couple that went out. Um, the
But
biggest one
we
probably.
can totally finish off with the Tekken.
We'll
I
finish
actually
that.
like
Yeah.
I actually thought about it. Like
Dude, I've
after
been
our
thinking
episode.
about it too. Fuck you. Like I was like, this could be a good story, but like, how do you ground this thing? Like,
I'll
I
show you
mean,
how to
if
like listen to my pitch at the end and you tell me if it's good.
okay, fine. Because I was like, if we're gonna do this, do we have to go full on out with the fucking story? Because that shit can get silly as fuck. Like I watched like I think Kyle brought it up. He was watching like someone breaking down the Tekken lore, and I was
Mm.
like, dude, this is kind of silly. Like a lot of the stuff that happens here is fucking silly, but
Uh,
it's still so deep. Like I remember it being deep. But like now I just never really thought about it like as much as I did because of that last episode that we did. Um, because so yeah, I mean, if there's a way to do it, then hey, pitch it to me. We'll pitch it to Netflix. We'll try to see what's going on there. Uh, but yeah, we can start with the trailers for now. The biggest one is probably Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Is there there's obviously there's a big hole in Chadwick Boseman not being there, but it looks like they're trying to do their thing, trying to make that worthwhile and see what they could do. And I mean, it does look like it's working out. It's still Coogler. But what did you think about it when the trailer came out and what's going on there?
for some reason I liked actually the first trailer that came out. The one that was more like sentimental, like for Chadwick and stuff. So I appreciated this one. I know the ending for me, I didn't like. For me, like right now, I feel like it didn't please me. Like seeing the reveal, like all of a sudden, like they should have just kept it on the DL. You know,
Mm,
the reveal of the Black Panther. But I liked how they showed Namor more. Namor more,
need
yeah.
more,
So
more.
yeah, it was pretty cool. So I'm excited to see him and what he brings to the table in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he's a mutant, or I think he
Yeah,
even
he is.
confirmed it. Right?
In
So that
hmm
well,
in the
yeah, I mean,
comics,
like
he
they're
is.
yeah, I mean, and in the MCU though, he's gonna be the first one we're gonna see. Well, apart from Miss Marvel, probably like that. That's gonna be an actual mutant from the get go. So that would be pretty interesting. And I do like what I saw from him. The whole it just breaks my heart a little bit because like a lot of that is like this would have been cool if T'Challa was part of the story, but it's like I get it.
Yeah,
Like that's one of those things. It's kind of like I'm still on the boat
but
that like you
yeah.
know. Sorry, like I'll just finish off a little bit. Like I'm still on the boat that they probably could have recasted, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
because we're still pretty early on in his career, like in his fucking lore. Like we barely touched up on T'Challa. Like we did one movie,
Mm-hmm.
but like that's about it. And it's heartbreaking, but it is what it is in that part, I guess.
But one thing I gotta say is in Coogler we trust, So
Oh yeah, I
I
know.
trust Coogler and like what he does. Like I feel like he's a filmmaker that puts a lot of heart and like considers everything around them like to put in this movie and I feel like he said that in his SDCC appearance. But like what you said, like it would have been a different story if Black Panther was there, right? Like I feel like it would have been like Chadwick and Namor, they just have a disagreement because I think the
Yeah.
story goes or what TikTok and everything is saying is like there's an agreement between the two parties of like being a secret like city and stuff. But since you lost a protector of one city, the other one is like you're not keeping the secrecy and like or whatever Chadwick did or something. You know how like he revealed Wakanda and blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
like there's probably like a feud that's gonna go on and stuff. And now that Namor, I feel like Namor is like, oh, since you lost your protector, like it's my time to like take over kind of thing. I don't know, something like along those lines. There's an agreement
Yeah.
and it's broken and it's gonna go along that way. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Namor looked cool though. In terms of who the Black Panther is, it's really gonna depend. Like I said, it's the passing of the torch thing. Like I got it from like someone like if I was like Captain America recently, right? Like with fucking Sam Wilson
Yeah,
taking over. That's
it's
been because we really fleshed out Steve Rogers first, so it's like it makes sense. Um, and I remember I had this conversation with people. I don't know if it was, I don't know if I brought it up in an episode or whatnot, but I remember when Endgame came out, I was like, fuck, we don't have any more Tony Stark or Steve Rogers to go on, but we still have T'Challa. He's one of the big
yeah.
players now. And I was excited still for the MCU, but I was like, but since the tragedy that happened, like, fuck, what are we going to do now? Like, are we going to recast that? And since they move forward with not doing that, I mean, they're obviously going to make him be like the motivator for Wakanda to rise up. Like it looks like they're at his funeral, like T'Challa's funeral. So it's like that's not gonna happen
Hmm.
anymore. So
Yeah.
it's like a catch-22 type thing where it's like, what do you really do? Like I feel like I'm just glad I'm not the person in charge of that. Like I'm only in charge of Tekken. Like we're only in charge of Tekken. I'm just glad that we're
Fair.
not doing that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
you're
whatever.
saying it's basically the Avengers or just in general they're lacking a leader right now
They're
in a
just
sense because
lacking
like a
someone
leader.
that yeah, that was well, not really. It's just more like someone that still grabs me. Like cuz I remember after the
Mm.
MCU it was like Endgame was like, fuck, what do we do now? Like who else can I latch onto here? Because I was, we have the big two, and like now I was like, okay, fine, it's okay. We still have T'Challa. Black Panther's a fucking success,
Mm.
and here it is, But it's just really sad. That's why like I get sad whenever the trailer comes. Like fuck, dude, like
Hmm.
it's horrible.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think one thing I gotta say that's not I guess Black Panther related is just and we've talked about it like how the MCU it's in a different space right now and we were able to see it grow from the beginning to like I guess the highest point being Endgame. But I literally just watched like we can go to it too the Werewolf by Night. I
yeah,
watched it last night and it was funny because I'm like damn man this is like the era where like Marvel can do whatever they want.
yeah,
And yeah, and it's cool because I like the idea as a filmmaker they're experimenting with things, like they've done horror in a sense with Multiverse of Madness.
eh,
And with the werewolf in a sense, like
yeah,
that 90s horror kind of feel. Then with WandaVision, they were able to experiment with like how they would do TV shows, but make it more like in a cinematic way. So I just thought how interesting, and with all the other TV shows, very like what's that Buddy Cop, and we got Miss Marvel, which is very teen friendly. And She-Hulk
yeah,
breaking the fourth wall. So like they're really trying to experiment with all these things at work
yeah,
and yeah, we've talked about it another time. Like, yeah, this is just uh, like a how would you say like a working phase where they're
yeah.
just like what we said, experimenting. But I'm actually digging it after the release of the Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, well, some of it's been like a lot of it's actually been a miss lately for me. But Werewolf by Night was actually pretty cool. It was one of those like it was kind of just it was a special that you didn't even know. Like it could have
Yeah.
been something else. Like it doesn't have to even relate to Marvel, but it did, in some way. I don't know if it was a comic or whatnot. See, I don't even know that fact.
Elsa Bloodstone is actually a comic book character.
Okay, yeah. See, so
Yeah.
that part I didn't know, and what they did with it, like to go back to like something that's classic horror. I mean, there's even like um, a lot of elements of like like the wolf. I mean, it's literally Werewolf by Night, like the Wolfman,
Yeah.
and like the classic stories back then, like horror stories. And I thought that was really cool. They've been missing a lot lately. I think that goes back to my thing about like, oh fuck, we still had Black Panther back. That was my fucking thing back
Yeah.
then. And I was like, it's getting me to the point of like, at what point do we reboot the MCU kind of thing? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they won't have to, but in my head, I'm like, it's kind of those things about like, Superman and Batman being the main people for DC. Like, how do you move forward, with the other characters here? I mean, because right now we're just, it feels like the MCU is kind of in a lull, like where we're just watching it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. When you said that, it makes sense. Like I'm just watching because I'm a stan. I'm a stan. Like I'm a stan for Marvel, so just gotta watch to watch in a sense.
Yeah, because like the Black Panther, the trailer that came out, it got me a little excited again. I feel like that's gonna be one of the better ones, since since the last ones.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, I'm not that excited for the newer projects. Like,
Oh really?
I mean, I am and I'm not. Like it's just that I feel like we hit the peak of where we are with Marvel. Then now it's like I'm just there to watch and be as if I wasn't like lining up to watch on a Thursday night anymore kind of guy. That's
Yeah.
my stance on it. I don't know.
And let's just face it, we're just growing up.
Yeah, fuck,
We need more Top Gun movies.
We need more Maverick, man. Fuck.
No, but
No.
I think what you said is a good idea. But I do want to say that I feel like Black Panther will be the end of these misses that you're talking about, and hopefully the beginning of like the trial going back up with everything that's
hope.
coming out.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely hope. I mean,
So I hope it's the end of a chapter, a bad chapter, to the start of a new one. That's my spiel on that.
Yeah, because we do have like I saw a leak for fucking Ant-Man and
We can talk about that too. I think I saw it too.
Yeah, I saw the leak for that and I was like, okay, this looks fucking good too. I mean, I don't know if it's because of Kang, and
No,
whatever,
yeah.
but I thought like the vibe got me pretty good. Like I thought they're finally heading in the direction for Ant-Man. That looks fucking interesting. So
Yeah.
like there's still some gems here and there, obviously, that's gonna pop up. So, what did you think about that one when you saw it?
Like what you said, it like it's interesting because you put like one of the nicest, like wholehearted characters in a very strong, like very like live or die situation. So I like
Yeah.
that aspect because like most of the Ant-Man films are very very like side mission-ish, but like it's not very like it was very family oriented in a sense
Lighthearted.
where
It's a little more
yeah lighthearted.
Yeah.
There, that's a good word. Like it's very lighthearted, but this one puts it to the extreme where like your daughter is gonna die possibly, or like you're
Yeah.
gonna die in this because you're challenging someone that's supernatural right now. So
Yeah.
I like putting him that way, and it shows how serious Kang can be.
Yeah.
That's what I liked. It shows how serious Kang can be because, to me, how I took Thanos serious was when he fucked up Hulk. I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
like don't fuck. If you fucked up Hulk, like you're someone to be messed with. But psychologically, Kang did something to Ant-Man in that trailer because of that vibe it's giving.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like I said, there's still stuff to be excited about, and that's one of the ones that I'm excited about, and I kind of want to see where it goes. You're right, we probably are looking a little up from here on out. I mean, I know Deadpool 3 announced.
Oh
Hugh
my
Jackman will
gosh,
be
dude,
back.
we could. Yeah, I totally forgot that one dropped too.
Yeah, so that came out. What are your thoughts on that? Like them bringing back Hugh Jackman. First off, we can start with the shorts. Like I thought that was hilarious. Like I remember. I didn't think it was anything like when people were like, "Oh, Deadpool 3, whatever." I thought it was a dumb video that Ryan, because he always puts out stuff Like I didn't think it would
Yeah.
have any meaning, like any like it would be funny. It would have been probably funny, but I didn't think anything of it. Like it was gonna be something that would
Mm-hmm.
affect what's coming out. But the
Yeah, yeah.
fact that like Hugh Jackman was there is like, yeah, sure, Ryan, whatever. And then that's their way of announcing it. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. Like it was really cool.
Dude, that was like badass, but I think speaking now, I'm a little worried it might be like a John Krasinski kind of thing where I'm like, oh man, it's just or like a Professor X kind of thing. I'm like, oh man, he's just gonna pop in and get his paycheck and split.
I don't think
But like
so.
it'll be
I don't
nice.
think
It'll be
so.
nice though, like
Yeah.
just to see him, with the claws one more time. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
I think the difference with those two though is like this one's being advertised from the get go that he's in it. And
Mm.
that literally the poster was the fucking claws as the three. And if they're making him like one of the forefronts of Deadpool 3, then I think that's a difference in terms of like him
Cameo.
doing
It's not a
this.
cameo, then
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I got
yeah.
it, got it,
Then
got it.
Professor X being in Multiverse of
You're
Madness or
right, you're
whatnot.
right.
So there's that difference there. One of the concerns people had was like, is this gonna ruin Logan? I don't think so. I mean, really, it's
They
I mean,
introduced I guess my answer to that is they introduced the idea of multiverse. So like
yeah,
my headspace is already like, oh, this is a different Logan. If we can get a different like that Professor X that we saw in Multiverse of Madness, like it was good to see him. But like in my head I was like, oh, this is a different Professor X. It's not the same original one, then
yeah,
sure. If we get a different Logan, but it's still Hugh Jackman, I'm okay with.
right. And I think like it's I mean, who wasn't glad that he's just back? Really, like,
Dude, I know.
come on, like,
I literally saved a TikTok and he was doing, I think, a Broadway show, right? Then
what was he
one
saying?
fan, no, no, it was like his final, like he was just, at the end of the show, they're bowing and stuff, right? Then this
Hmm.
one guy, this one fan, he's like recording it. He bought a foam hand, and it was the claws, right?
Yeah,
Then Hugh Jackman sees the claws. He
yeah.
grabs the foam hand, he puts it on, then he does the like
Oh, I
his
saw that.
signature. I was like, yo, dude, that's fucking nice seeing that he still got it.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, obviously, because
if
yeah,
he can do it like one more time, I was like, that'd be dope. So like I
yeah.
saw that like obviously I saw that like a while back. Then like him being announced as a Wolverine one more time, I was like, bro, back like riding back on the saddle. I was like,
I
shit.
know. Yeah, it's exciting. It's like one of those things you didn't think would happen, and it is. So I'm just glad for it to be happening. Like, I don't think it'll ruin Logan at all. Like some people are worried about. I mean, Logan happened. Obviously, it was still impactful. It's still great. I mean, even Logan itself was probably in a different universe than from what we originally saw. So I was like, either way, I mean, who
Exactly,
cares?
yeah.
Like, I'm just glad to have him back. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the Wolverine moving forward, but it's at least something for
Mm-hmm.
him right now with Ryan Reynolds, which they've been fucking
Yeah.
clamoring for, really, probably.
Yeah,
Because,
for sure. Like I actually liked Deadpool 2 because of that buddy cop aspect. But
yeah,
imagine it being with the actual buddy cop being Wolverine. I was like, dude, that'll be like
yeah,
extra dope.
yeah. I think it'll work out. And yeah, I like Deadpool 2 too. It has been a while. It's weird because it's coming out 2024. I mean, last one was 2018. Was we
Damn,
saw him?
four
If you think
years.
about it,
Yeah.
so it's like what is that like 6 years ish?
Four.
Uh,
2018? 4 years. 18 and it's 2022.
no, but it's coming out 24.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, then six. You're right, you're right,
Yeah,
you're right. Sorry.
so it's like 6 years since the last one. That's it's kind of crazy. But yeah, that one looks good. We have another trailer that we can bring up. I think um, we've been clamoring and talking about it for a while. I know you haven't watched it or played it, but the Last of Us trailer did come out. And God, I love the vibe of that thing, and the fact that it's an HBO,
Mm-hmm.
on like right now, which is on a high because of House of the Dragon. It's like I'm fucking excited for this. I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about what you
I
saw?
think not playing the game, but just looking at the trailer and knowing where it's coming from, like I do feel like it's gonna do good
Yeah,
as a TV series, just based on the like the father daughter aspect, and like it's a zombie game, right? Like they're in a
yeah.
yeah,
There's a
okay.
lot of layers to
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know anything about the game, huh? Like at
Exactly.
all.
Yeah, but like I remember like a couple talks here and there, or like just listening in to like you and Kramer or something talking about it, and then like
Yeah.
I know the lore is pretty deep, but that is something HBO is good at, exploring the lore, and yeah, I just can't wait to see our guy, the Mandalorian taking on his
Be another
duties as
father
dad.
figure again.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I like him. I like him as a father figure, and like
Yeah, no, he fit the bill. Like I was weirdly, a lot of people, because if you look at if you look at Joel in the games, right? Um, what's his name? Pedro Pascal's not the guy you would think of to play him. Like I was always like, oh, maybe get Hugh Jackman or I get like fucking I was always even saying like Dylan McDermott, even though he's kind of old now. He kind of looks like
mhm.
Joel. But Pedro Pascal, like seeing how he is there, I'm like, dude, it looks so fucking good, and Ellie looks great. Like everyone, the fucking whole cast looks good. There's some scenes in it. It's like it looks straight out from the game. Like and obviously that's who they're
Mm.
marketing it to. Like there's some scenes that are straight up, like some shots, like especially the building where it's like dark and you see it falling over. I was like, dude, that's
Mhm.
straight up from the game. I remember that fucking mission. I was like, holy shit, this looks fucking crazy. And there's even the scene where he's running around with his daughter, like on his thing. And I'm like, dude, if you don't know what's going on there, I think it's gonna hit. I'm pretty sure. And I'm really excited for what they do with it.
Mhm.
Do you have any intentions of playing the game at all? I know it just got remastered recently, and I was even tempted to get it. To be
Mm.
honest with you, just to fucking play it again.
I don't know. We'll see. Like I try to like I guess my thing with games. I'll be honest. Like I haven't been playing it. Like I got a PS5. Like I haven't been touching that shit.
Yeah,
Um, like Uncharted. When Uncharted came out, I was like, oh yeah, shoot, I'm gonna go buy the game. Like it's free kind of thing. At the
yeah.
time, so I tried Uncharted, and I was like, I liked it to the point where I was like, I don't like. There's nothing too interesting about it. Like I want to kill people. I guess when it comes to adventure games, like
Mm.
Uncharted is more like sneaky game. So is
Sorry,
Last of
4.
Us like? Yeah, I think so. Whatever was
Yeah,
free on the PSN, whatever, the PS Plus.
yeah.
But is Last of Us more kill or like is it like
It
kill
could
and
be.
sneak?
It's either way. I mean, the smartest way would be to do whatever you want. Like I think, I mean, like
Mm,
just stealth about it. But you could go up and straight up kill people. You'll just. It's one of those games where you could do whatever you want. Like really, like, but
mm,
it'll be a little harder, sure. It's more story based, really. That's kind of why it's one of the richer stories for a game, and that's why it probably translates itself well to like an HBO
yeah.
series. So that's why I'm really excited. If you were gonna play the game, just play it for the story, even, and you could even like just go through the motions with it. You don't even have to like go all the way,
Yeah, for
like play
sure.
as deep. And you'll still get a lot out of it. Uncharted 4, I get what you're saying, because I've played that game and I do love it, but I think I know what you mean. It's the same developers, so take with that what you will, I guess. But yeah, weird. I've been playing we recently because yeah, I was like, I need to play something again. So I'm playing The Quarry. It's a
Mm.
story. It's like one of those horror survival
Oh, I
um,
think I've seen that.
choice games or whatever. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a choice based game, like where the story goes wherever you tell it or whatever. So it was interesting. I like the game and but the story itself. I don't know if it's because of the choices I made, but it feels a little lacking
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I killed a couple of them by accident or something, but like judging from what I've seen from other people, it's like they're like, yeah, no, the story feels lacking here, but it
Mm.
was still a good experience. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, I need a new game to play,
Yeah, I
dude.
think
Fuck.
I just need a game more, or like, I don't want my PS5 just to collect dust. So I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
like, wait. I'm just waiting till I'm done with school. Then for sure I'll have more time. So we'll see.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Um, don't worry, Tekken 8's coming out alongside our fucking series being greenlit. Then we should be good to go there. I'm waiting for that. I can't wait. But what else is here? I guess we could start, or we could move on and talk about She-Hulk a little bit, since the new episode recently did just come out, the one that I've been fucking waiting for, and I think everyone's been waiting for, really. Um, we could do that, and then we could probably end off with like House of the Dragon, as always, and even like just your pitch
Yeah.
for Tekken. I want to hear it. But yeah, so She-Hulk came out, the fucking moment we've all been waiting for. The only reason I've been tuning the fuck in. Daredevil finally shows up. So since you never actually watched Daredevil, like, and how
I
he
watched
was
it like 3 episodes.
three,
So
fuck
I
you, like no,
3-4
I need to-
episodes. That's enough.
No, it's not
Because
enough, bro.
here's my thing. Because I asked my brother, because he finished it, Daredevil. I asked him, I was like, hey, did you know that? I asked him, I was like, did you notice that like he's more like acrobatic than the actual
Oh yeah, no
Daredevil?
shit.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I asked him, like, what did you prefer, the acrobatic or like the grounded like fighter type?
Yeah.
Then like he was like, oh, I was okay with, like, he basically said, I'm okay with both. Like I liked how he was more acrobatic and kind of. So I like, what's your take on that? Like acrobatic, or did you want him more like a street fighter kind of?
Well, I loved the more realistic side of things in the Netflix shows, but I understand. Obviously, he's now thrust into the MCU. It wouldn't, not that it wouldn't fit, but it wouldn't be probably beneficial for him as a character to just be whatever, right? I mean, like, that's why I was kind of making the joke. Like, all of a sudden, he turned into Ben Affleck's Daredevil, the way he moved, because he finally has those acrobatic skills again, like from what he was in the comics, and I was really fine with it. Obviously, I mean, like with the whole, with him being thrust into the MCU now, I feel like they have to do that. So I wasn't too thrown off by it. I was a little thrown off about the CGI, but I was like, you know what, just turn it off. It should be okay. The fact that we just have Charlie Cox playing Daredevil,
Yeah.
is good enough on its own. So
It was crazy because my brother didn't know. Like he didn't see any trailer of She-Hulk. Yeah, he's like,
Huh.
I was like, I wish they brought in Daredevil. Or like something. That was like, or no, sorry, he was saying like, man, I bet this is another filler episode. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, okay, we'll see. Then like
Dang.
the first opening scene, like the whole court session.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's he gonna hire? Then like you see him open. I was like, he's like, no way, no freaking way. I was like, yeah, you
Did
didn't
you not
know?
see the
No, he
Daredevil
didn't.
helmet? Huh.
He didn't.
Okay.
That's why I was like, oh, you didn't. I guess you didn't, or you weren't paying attention
To that
But,
fucking
hey,
episode?
Yeah, I was like, I guess like.
Yeah. I mean,
But
yeah, I mean, it's cool.
if he was happy to see Daredevil again, I'm pretty sure you were happy to see Daredevil again.
Oh hell yeah, I was, and a lot of the fears were like, oh god, is he gonna be MCU'd up or what? I mean, a little
MCU'd
bit,
up,
obviously, with the acrobatic and whatnot, and he is a little more lighthearted. He's there's a little more levity to him, but it's not out of character, and that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, okay, as long as it's not out of character, then it's fine. Go ahead, like, and I think they did a really good job of like him and his back and forth with Jennifer, which I really liked actually. Like he's like wasn't as brooding or whatever. He doesn't need to be. There are some. I mean, I've never read the comics. I think I read one comic. Like it might have been the origin one, but yeah, like he's not always like brooding. He's not Batman
Yeah.
for Christ's sakes. I mean, so like it makes sense. Like it's still in keeping with his character, but at the same time changing it, which I'm pretty okay with. And I'm just glad that he's there.
Yeah.
The suit looked fucking cool. I mean, it's just a yellow version of it, but I thought it looked pretty cool.
That's you know how like in video games, every time you get a new suit, like you get like experience points, like power and whatever. So this suit
It's
is
it
MCU
came with-
dubbed. Like it came with the MCU acrobatics.
Like he plus 10 to his
Yeah,
like
plus-
his fucking agility and shit.
Yeah, plus 10 agility and plus 10 MCU'd. Like what you
Jeez.
said.
Yeah.
That's the best way
Yeah.
to put it.
No, definitely. Yeah, like I think I don't know if he'll pop back up again. I mean, I hope so. Because at this point, I'm like, fuck, should I-
TV
do I
series,
still watch-
right?
No, I'm like in She-Hulk. I
Oh,
was
pop
like,
up another again.
Yeah, I was like, fuck,
Well,
do I
he
still
said he
watch
was
She-Hulk
there
or
for a
what?
day.
I know, fuck. And I thought that was kind of funny when he, the whole walk of shame thing. It was really stupid. But I mean, it wasn't not funny. Like it's just Daredevil like fucking doing the walk of shame after they did the deed there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fine. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
some people might not like it, but I feel like it's still in keeping with who he is as a character. So I was definitely more than happy with what we got with him. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I don't know, like what we said, it's been misses for, or what you said, it's been misses, and I guess I can see it at that point. But She-Hulk is that kind of character, based off what I know, is like, the one that'll sleep with every superhero that she can. Like she is like a sexualized kind of character, right?
is he really?
Um yeah, so like there's some comics where like she slept with like Captain America and like others. I could
What?
be wrong, but like she slept with other people. That's why She-Hulk is portrayed in that sense where, like she wants to be in a relationship. Like literally look at the 90s cartoon. Like she's so sexualized
I
and
have
stuff.
no idea. I didn't even know. Like I was
Yeah,
really
so that's
just
why,
yeah.
so like that whole thing with Daredevil and She-Hulk, I thought it would like, raise some eyebrows, like, oh my gosh, like they're really putting a, like I was like, no, that's literally her character.
This
Like
is how
that's what
she
she
is.
does. Yeah.
She a
And
damn slut. No, I was kidding.
but it,
Just
it
kidding.
was funny because like I get that point,
Yeah.
but when she started twerking, that one kind of like threw me off. Like, but I
Yeah.
knew, like, if
Yeah.
you put it in that sense, I'm like, that is her character. But like it was just weird seeing a CGI twerk. So I guess
Yeah.
that's where I stood.
That's
But that's
stupid.
She-Hulk as a character.
I fucking hated that scene, but at the same time, I'm laughing about it. It's fucking so stupid. Like, but what it's whatever. If he does show up in the new one, then fine. I am. There's a difference. Okay, so like for Daredevil when he showed up, right? I was pretty happy with it. When Kimpin showed up in fucking Hawkeye, it wasn't the same experience. I was like, fuck, what did he do to him? Like, it was weird. It was a
Mm,
weird thing. It didn't feel right. Like, I don't know if it's probably the vibe of him, the vibe, because it's like, dude,
well,
Kingpin in the
yeah,
show, like with Netflix, dude, I was like, you're fucking scared of that guy,
yeah.
and like, and when he popped up in Hawkeye, I was like, fuck.
Well, what if we say he was Kingpin in Daredevil, but he was Uncle King in
Oh my
Hawkeye because he was Echo's uncle. He was
I know,
Uncle
but it
King.
was, fuck, it's so, it's whatever. I mean, I could,
Maybe Echo will have. Will he pop up in Echo again?
I think he will.
Is
I
there is
think
there
they did
rumors?
say. No,
Oh,
I
okay.
think they did confirm that Daredevil will pop up in Echo. I know that.
Okay.
But whatever. I'm just excited for the man no, what's the show? Born Again. Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks good. I would hope. They did kind of they alluded a little bit to like I don't know if they confirmed or not if this is the same guy from Netflix or whatever. Like the
Mm.
same world if the shit happened in Netflix that like to him like it feels so far removed from that already in a way.
Yeah. So hopefully Feige has. I'm pretty sure he has those questions too, but hopefully
Yeah,
Feige can like work around it.
yeah. You didn't wait? You only watched dude. I think you need to get to season 3.
I
Fuck,
need
season
I
3 is
need to
so good,
watch.
dude.
It's just let me.
I know, not as
It's
too much to watch. I
long.
get it.
It's
I get it.
yeah. It's
Season
just
3 is
like
so good though. That like weirdly that I didn't think that would be my favorite season, but that was my fucking favorite season. That was when Bullseye was there, Kingspin came back. I was like, fuck, dude, this is so good.
I
Um,
just need to watch
yeah,
it. Don't worry. I'll
I know, no,
get
I'm
to
not,
it.
no pressure, man. I'm just saying, like,
No, like
you know,
people say it's good. It's just like I need to know when does the good get going, because I think I'm at the, like, he didn't get his suit yet. I'm still like he's still wearing,
the
like,
black.
again, I'm episode 4 or 5, so it's still.
I kind of like
I
the
need
black
something.
though.
Yeah.
I kind of like the black. I mean, that's just me. I mean, it's. Do you ever watch the Lou Ferrigno Hulk?
Don't tell me you like that Hulk.
I fucking
You
love
like
that
that Hulk?
Hulk. The TV
Okay.
show Hulk? Hell yeah, dude. You
No,
didn't?
no, I saw it, but I was like, oh yeah, it's as in like, oh, it's something they would do in that time, like just to make a Hulk a Hulk. I was like, oh, I get it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I don't know about the. I think the comics they did do something with them, but similar. But the black suit, Kind of reminded me of that. Like here, let me show it real quick. Here, look at this. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
It's from the Lou Ferrigno show.
Ah, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're harkening back. Dude, look at this fucking guy. Holy fuck, this was a good. You never watched this? This is so good, dude.
I never watched it, but I've seen, like clips here and there.
Yeah, it's so good, man. I really, yeah, I like that show a lot. In peace to Bill Bixby. But anyways, we can move on now. From that, we could talk about, really, probably the good chunk of this episode would be from for what it is. Maybe I don't know how deep we can get. But House of the Dragon. I don't know how many episodes it's been since we last talked about it. Do you remember or no? Or
We talked about when they aged up, so I think that was last episode when they aged up and they did the I think we talked about that.
I don't remember talking about when they switched character. Like they maybe we did. I don't know, but
We did.
First,
We
yeah,
talked
first
about
of all, like yeah.
Go ahead.
No, what do you think of the newer cast that or like the older versions? I guess because I guess they were cast first initially, but obviously we didn't see them first. So
I'm not sure if I said it, but I did say I like older Hightower than younger Hightower. Then I liked younger
younger
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my vibe when
Yeah.
they first came in. I feel like we have talked about it because I remember saying like, "Damn man, I don't like how Rhaenyra's like portraying herself like as she's like heir to the throne and she's just sleeping with all these other guys."
yeah.
I was like, I guess like you don't care about status, but you're heir to the throne. You gotta keep your status, kind of thing. I don't know. That was the previous episode, but that's how I see it. Like, and Hightower in the previous episode was like seen as like, oh, now she's like thinking for herself rather than like listening to her other people's opinions, which I respected. So
Yeah.
that's how I see it in that sense. But if we're talking about the new episode, I guess we'll get to it. But that's how I saw them coming in to this one from young to old in a sense.
I thought they were well. The actresses themselves, I thought was great. Like they're doing really well. Like I thought it would, obviously because we liked the younger versions too, so it would have been a little bit of a hard of a transition, but it was actually really easy.
Seamless,
Like, right when it
yeah.
happened, I was like, holy shit, yeah, that's really like it didn't detach me from. Yeah, it was just a different actress, literally an episode ago. Now
Mhm.
we have this person, and I thought they did really good. Like especially the fucking last one. Holy fuck. We could talk about just that really. And we could just dive deep a little bit. Cuz there's a lot of things that went down. Obviously it started with like what's her name dying and their funeral.
Yeah, the
and
death.
Yeah, it was just funny like how all that tension was literally just there in that one fucking place. Like everyone was just looking at each other like
Yeah.
fuck, like you already know that
But
there's
it's
bad blood
weird.
between everybody.
I like that because I feel like for some reason at a Filipino party or something, there's drama like that where you have to be there, but like there's gonna be an awkwardness like or just in
Yeah.
general like a party like there has to be this awkwardness like an unresolved tension or something, and I
Yeah.
feel like most of us have experienced that kind of sense, and I was like I like seeing this shit.
Yeah, definitely. It's weird because nothing's happening action wise or whatever. If you're one of those people that just want to watch like, yeah, let's get to some action scenes or whatever. But this is some of the most intriguing things that are happening in the show. That's kind of why I'm telling like a lot. It feels more Game of Thrones now than the last couple of seasons did for Game of Thrones as a show, because this one was actually for the throne, and there an actual game is being played by people here. There's always these chess pieces moving here and there, and it's always the most interesting thing about it. And I really do think it's one of the best shows out right now. That's kind of why it's like, if you're not watching, dude, get the fuck on. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like I think the first episode kind of started it off too when the king said the only reason they'll break this house is from within. So
Yeah,
that's what we're seeing is it's
it's already
breaking
happening.
within. Yeah, I was like, fuck,
Yeah,
dude. Like no Baratheons, no Starks, no Lannisters,
it's
just
just the
straight up,
Targaryens
yeah, Targaryens
being
and
fucking
like,
Targaryens. God,
yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, this is crazy.
I
And
know.
what are they? What are they? The Valerians, right? Valerians
Valarians.
and Valarians and
Yeah,
the wait, why am I blanking out? The Targaryens, yeah, Targaryens and Valerians, yeah,
Valarians, Targaryens. Well, this Hightower, obviously, because of
yeah,
Otto and
yeah. But
Allison.
basically, those three, which are just again all family,
But they're
a
still
family
within the
quarrel,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, they're still within the same vicinity, really.
But I
And yeah,
liked it's crazy because I don't know. I think it's just a lot of memories are kicking in because you know the last scene was made what made it interesting
which one?
when the kids started fighting
Yeah,
and you know like it leads to the adults, which is crazy because that's something like in a minor sense that would happen in like a family too. You know, like hey, she did this to me, and like you know, of course, as a parent, you would side with your kid. So
yeah,
I was like, yo, that's freaking crazy. Like just seeing that, I was like, I feel like we've been in that situation too, you know?
yeah. Oh my god, that tension in that whole scene. Well, first off, like I guess leading up to it, even like the fact that like the kid who's been bullied, right? That fucking Targaryen kid's been
Exactly.
bullied the whole
Yeah.
time, and I was rooting for the guy, like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, take that dragon, dude, holy fuck, and he's fucking flying that thing, and then all of a sudden it turns really fucking south and really dark in that fucking whatever cave place they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
at where they were fighting. Because at first they were like it's like they're playing fisticuffs, just fucking like literally just punching each other. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, this motherfucker was about to bash them with a fucking. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then the knife gets brought out. I was like, dude, these fucking kids are insane. Um, and when that happens, I was like, oh fuck, this is not gonna be good. And you could already
Mm-hmm.
see it right away. And Allison, I think we even talked about it in our community on Discord. If you should join our
Join
Discord, by the
us.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a plug there. But I don't know who it was. Let me see. I want to bring it up.
I think it was me. I was
It's either
like
you. No, Edward.
Hightower.
You are Edward.
Oh, Edward. Okay.
Yeah, because you brought it up. You brought up the conversation like, "Hey, are we team? What team we on?"
Are
And
we team
everyone's like,
Hightower
"Dama,
or team?
Rhaenyra." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then people were saying, "Fuck Allison," and Edward's like, "She's a better lady," and blah blah blah. But I'm like, dude, if I was in that position though, like I'd feel the same fucking way. Can you imagine that shit? That
An
that
eye
would
for an
piss me
eye.
that would piss me the fuck off. Like if I was in Allison's position and like you see what's going on. Your child literally got fucked up in the eye, and all this shit's been happening with your husband's, which is a weird situation all of its own, obviously. But like if that was me, and the king, your husband, always sides with the daughter, even though everyone sees and everyone is aware of what's going on, but he doesn't want to see it, and he's
Yeah.
still just like going, you know what, make amends. I'm like, dude, this guy fucking got his eye fucked up, and you would be so pissed off too. Like, yeah, I get it. I get why she broke, and I get why
Mm-hmm.
she fucking
Yeah.
grabbed the fucking thing, and went crazy. Obviously, it's not good. Obviously, it's not good for her either. Like, but I get it. That's why I was like, dude, I get where she's coming from,
Yeah.
and at the
I'm
same
pretty
time, I
sure.
get
Yeah.
where Rhaenyra is coming from too. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, this is
Yeah.
intense, dude. I don't know.
I do want to bring up before like any of all of that too is just how fucking dark that episode was. It reminded me of that one Game of Thrones where it was just
It's the same
super dark.
director.
Oh
Same
my god,
director.
it was so fucking dark. I was like, yo, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Because
Like
he's even the
especially the one on
showrunner.
the beach. I'm like, bro, I'm just looking at shadows right now.
I
But
know.
going back to that whole dramatic scene in the room is like a lot was going on. Like
Mhm.
I was feeling so bad about the king, you know? Like what he said was like, "We're all
I know.
family. We're not supposed to be fighting." I was like,
I know.
"Bro, I'm like, dude, you're the only one that makes sense. Like you guys are family like but and again, I do get what you're saying of like you hurt my kid, I should hurt your kid, you know, or like your kid. An eye for an eye kind of thing. But I also understand, you know, Rhaenyra like you can't hurt my kid cuz like It was
No,
just
I'm not necessarily saying eye for an eye because you did this. I'm saying like the severity of what happened, and the king is only going, you know, make up or whatever, talk about it. We're family. Even though there should be probably not eye for an eye, but there probably should be a little bit more repercussions in terms of what happened there. And the fact that like he's being blind because obviously he sees Rhaenyra in a favorable light, and you can always
mm,
obviously tell that. There's a lot of things that are just bubbling under Allison, obviously that just probably fucking exploded from there. So I obviously wouldn't have done that in that position. I mean, I'm not in Game of Thrones,
no,
so I
but
wouldn't
as
fucking
a
know. But
okay, I guess just like as a parent, if you were in Allison's shoes, would you
oh yeah,
do an eye for an eye, an eye for an eye?
I would kill the. No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know.
Mm,
Yeah, probably eye for an eye. Sure. Yeah, it's just really tough, and I
yeah,
get where they're coming from.
I think it's just when the act happened, when she drew the knife and started going at her, I was like, oh fuck, dude, like that was well, obviously that was the one when like, oh man, dude, like now the feud is really gonna happen,
Hmm.
and it just sucks, it just sucks. Like there obviously there were better ways to handle the situation. Again with the high eye thing, they could have again talked it out, but I guess action spoke louder in this sense.
Yeah, and it did spark. It sparked a lot. Like
It
especially
did.
with
It
Rhaenyra.
created, yeah, it created
Yeah,
a giant feud,
yeah. I
literally.
mean, now Rhaenyra is like, dude, I need you, uncle. Uh, oh
Yeah.
god, it's whatever.
And
It's weird because
no,
they're together,
yeah, it was
but
crazy because it was that one scene where it pans out and you see all the Valerians and the Valerians and Rhaenyra's team versus
yeah,
like just the High Tower, like all the Valerians. I was like, holy shit! Like, look at all these people on Rhaenyra's side right now
yeah. It's
versus
crazy.
like High Tower and the King. I was like, good luck. They got dragons on that side.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see because even now, now that they're married, obviously it's gonna be interesting how that plays out too. Like they're joining forces, Damon and
Hmm.
Rhaenyra, and a whole war is about to ensue. I don't know. I'm assuming it's from the previews, and the kids obviously growing up again. Like they
Another
aged them
time
up
jump.
again.
Yep. Another
Yeah, I was
jet.
like, holy fuck, that kid's an asshole now, and he looks fucking cool, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, Dan, you're bringing me some Loki vibes right now, dude. Like,
I know, dude. I was like, yo, this kid looks cool as fuck. Look at that fucking eye patch. And yeah, I can't wait, dude. I really,
it just
it's a
sucks
lot.
though that like I was rooting for him, like him being bullied and shit. And I was like, oh man, why'd you turn it up to be an asshole? You
I know,
know?
but well, I get it. Pain,
Yeah, I
like all
know,
that
but
shit
it
with him.
just sucked.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
I
Kenny, or
you
is it Kenny from Cobra Kai? which one? Which one's the kid from Cobra Kai? The one that all of a sudden went full dark. It's the same thing.
oh
Literally the exact same
yes,
thing. Yeah,
you're right. No,
yeah.
but it was weird because I wanted Aegon to be the only asshole.
I know.
Like the older son, because he already portrayed himself like as the asshole in general, and like I was like, there's some pureness in, the second born one. I was like, oh man, that you're an asshole too.
I know. Well, it's like what they said. Targaryen. You flip a coin and you hold your breath because you don't know how they're gonna be. Um, Seriously,
I like
who
that.
fucking? Someone said. I think Tyrion said that. I don't remember who said that, but it's
No
like
fucking way. I like that.
someone
I
said
like
that.
that.
Like so, coming. They're fucking Targaryen. Obviously, it happened with Daenerys.
Yeah, it
It's
did happen
really.
with Ignis.
You can't tell with these people, and I think that's the good thing. I think that's what they're playing at too. Like like that's it's kind of why this whole family is their own downfall. Like it's literally happening from within. Like no one's overtaking anybody. Like obviously Robert's rebellion didn't happen until way down the line. This isn't even related to
Yeah.
that. They're fucking up their own thing here. So
Hmm.
it's just really interesting.
Is
You know.
it other than that, like I guess I think I don't know the lore very much, but people are saying like what's his name? Aegon the Conqueror, right? or something like that.
Yeah.
If they did a flashback, people are saying they want Henry Cavill to be Aegon the Conqueror.
Aegon.
Yeah, I was
Aegon.
like, oh, I can fucking see that.
Why?
Like
Because he
him with
looks
the
like.
white hair, with the
I mean,
like
he's
in
already
the.
playing a guy with white hair in the fucking
No,
Witcher.
that's why The Witcher. I was like, dude, I could totally see him as Aegon the Conqueror, like how he would have ruled, like how he would have ruled Westeros or something, or King's Landing. I was like, dude, that'd be dope. Like a flashback of seeing like Henry Cavill as
It would be
Aegon.
cool. But then again, I don't know if I don't know how this show's going. Like, is it gonna be like the same story throughout? Like, season 2 is gonna be the same one, or are they doing like a anthology thing?
I have
Because
no idea, but
yeah,
I'm
I wouldn't know.
excited to
Yeah,
see. I'm excited to see what happens. You know, because I
yeah.
hear like again, my sources are TikTok. Like this lady pulled up a book of it and like see this, like she pulled like a thin layer. Like this is all of season 1. I'm like, bro, there's like so much shit still.
So much shit going
I'm
on.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I'm down.
Okay,
Like we
that's
don't know
good.
what's
That's good.
gonna go. Like
That's good. And you already, if it already feels like we're in the thick of it, and if we're only in that part of it,
the
holy
thin of
shit.
it. We're literally in the thin of
I
it.
know, like I meant, like it feels like we're already like thrust into the main fucking part of the story. If there's more to this, and obviously, there's a war of succession. I forgot what they called it. There's a word for it, the dance of the dragons or whatever. It's like a whole war of succession within them. I don't know if that's what
Mm.
they're leading to, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I want to see where it goes. But yeah, I think I only brought that up because if Aegon the Conqueror was going to be explored, I don't know if I would want that just to be like a flashback, really. You know what I mean?
A little
Yeah,
bit of dope flashback if it
it would
was
be
Henry.
cool. I think it would be cool.
Like, did you see how
Yeah.
big Ed is? I was like, oh, fuck you, boy. That's
Like,
why you're
yeah,
king.
that's why everyone's fucking toasting him, right? Like, fuck yeah, dude. If it's Henry Cavill, I'll toast him too. Fuck. I think I remember Elizabeth Olsen for some reason was brought up, wasn't she?
Oh, shit. For what?
Like I think she said something. I'm like, why am I getting fan cast in House of the Dragon with Henry Cavill? Something like that. I remember seeing it somewhere.
whoa. That's a
Yeah,
power
she's like,
couple,
I've
dude.
never even met the guy or whatever. Blah blah blah. I think I remember. I'm gonna find that. And I'll link you. But I did remember hearing about something like that.
Dude, that's a power couple right there, dude.
Oh hell yeah, dude. I think they've been in the movie together, right? No, they haven't. They haven't.
No, they haven't.
I feel like they have. I'm gonna fucking find it.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh, they haven't.
But yeah,
Okay, good.
House of Dragons. Excited for the next episode in 2 days, I guess.
Right. Here. I'll link it to you. You can read it later. But yeah, House of the Dragon. I can't wait for the next one. I think like we're 3 episodes away from the final one. Fuck. But
It's only 10?
it's only 10, dude. It's always only 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, at least 12. 12 is good. Like,
Game of Thrones capped at 10 every time.
damn, I didn't know.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I remember episode 9 was always where the fucked up stuff happens, like the fucking Red Wedding. The
Episode 9, you
I
said?
think episode 9. Yeah.
I was more like, if there's ever a wedding, everything's fucked up.
Well, yeah, no, definitely, because episode 9 was where the Red Wedding, and I think episode 9 was when Ned died. Ned Stark died.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember what else happened, but I know there's always some fucked up shit that happens episode 9. What episode are we on? I mean, I'm pretty sure they won't follow that. I don't think that was even like something they planned. It's just something that happened probably. Let me see. How far along are we? Yeah, fuck. We're 3 more episodes. 8, 9, 10. That's all we have now. So, yeah,
Dad?
yeah, it
I'm
sucks,
sad.
but I know.
You know, it's so
we're in the thick
weird.
of it.
It's
Yeah.
so weird because, like, I've been watching more of that than the Lord of the Rings one. I was like,
I haven't even started, dude.
dude, I've
I
been
heard
like,
nothing happens.
yeah, I've been but hey, Galadriel is pretty badass in the series. Just saying.
Yeah, well, she looks good. I mean, she obviously she looks like Kate Blanchett a little bit. I mean, aren't they like? Is this
No, but I like
Yeah.
it because we see the warrior side of Galadriel.
of Gladio? Okay.
Yeah, so I like that one. That's
Yeah.
the only reason.
Yeah,
I guess
I'll
I
probably
would say.
try it again once I'm off the high of House of the Dragon.
Yeah,
tried
I
a
think
little
it
bit
was
of
just putting both of them together. It's
Yeah,
like I'm gonna pick freaking House of Dragon
I
over
know.
this one.
For real. Yeah,
I was like,
that's why,
shit.
dude. Can you see? This is why I'm always like, fuck. Can we? Can you imagine, fucking Old Republic style Game of Thrones,
Dang
or
man,
like
here we go.
Old
Another
Republic Game of
another
Thrones
pitch to
style?
Netflix.
No, if
Like
it's the
picture
Disney
this,
Plus,
guys.
like,
Oh
hey,
yeah, Disney
we
Plus.
don't want if you're gonna give me 6 episodes, I'm walking out and I'm taking my idea elsewhere. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But no, I feel like this kind of show would really lend itself well to that kind of thing. And
It
Old
would.
Republic's something that's not explored. Obviously, it's explored in games and fucking I don't know EU stuff. I don't really follow with like actual canon books anymore. I think they're doing something, High Republic or whatever. Um, but in terms of a show where it's like this, it's weekly. It's not a fucking mini series that ties into anything that we know of. Because even Andor ties into fucking Rogue One, which ties into the original trilogy. I don't, like if we do Old Republic, it's so far removed enough from everything else. Like House of the Dragon is far enough removed from Game of Thrones
Yeah.
that nothing really would clash with each other. I mean, obviously there'll be repercussions, but nothing, nothing that can happen there will be.
Yeah, it would be dope
Yeah.
to see. Right, because I correct me if I'm wrong. Like, the Old Republic is basically like there was a lot of Jedi, like a Jedi and Sith war in a sense, right?
I think so. Like I know that there's a because it's not even canon, so it's a lot. It's really murky. There's a lot of videos I could show you about like how it. I think there's a RPG game called the Old Republic, not Knights of the Old Republic, where they kind of show you we're like in the high. Like if you think like the prequels were at its peak in terms of Jedi's
Like
and Sith.
Jedi and Sith. No,
Jedi,
right?
well, not even Sith, because Jedi only, right?
Yeah.
This is like both of them
Yeah,
at their
like
fucking
equally.
peak. It's, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
because I've
it's-
seen I guess the video game. Like I've seen the cinematic. Like I remember like just stumbling on YouTube,
Yeah.
just watch. Yeah, so like things like that, like a whole straight up like Jedi versus Sith kind of battle. I'm like, yo, that's
Yeah.
something to explore. Like and it's
Exactly.
basically like what you said, like the fight of power. Like what is the whole galaxy going to listen to? The Sith lore, or like the Sith ideas, or the Jedi ideas
yeah,
at the point.
and
Yeah,
you
so it'll
could
be
come off. You could do anything really. Like it doesn't
you
have
can.
to.
It
Yeah,
can
it
be
won't have as much repercussions in terms of what it
Uh-huh.
does.
Yeah, because it can give off so many vibes to the point where it's not very House of Dragon, but it can be very Mandalorian-ish because you can hire
Yeah.
bounty hunters. It can be very army related, I guess, if you bring in like that aspect. There's options to explore if they do it.
If they do it, I I don't think they ever will. Like they're so hung up on like Andor, right? I can't even.
I
get
didn't
into
even
it.
watch Andor, dude.
Yeah, I tried. I think I like the vibe. It's a little boring though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like right now, I can't get into it. I'm trying to get into that stuff. Like Disney has been a lot of misses for me in terms of the original content. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
annoyingly weird because I love that stuff. So like, yeah, I'm hoping like if they do something like, geez, just stop with the 6 episodes, bitch, and fucking do something. And that's why I'm happy with Daredevil. It's 18, but how long are those 18 episodes? Please don't fucking tell me they're gonna be 20
It's
minutes.
22.
Each. I'm gonna smack someone, dude. I swear to
Or
God.
in Disney terms, it'll be like 18 minutes, and the 4 minutes are credits.
Yeah, see, or like if it's the same length as each She-Hulk episode, where it feels fucking too short. I swear I cannot, dude. I'd rather have a 10 episode arc, and just let it play out. Cause like Daredevil, like the first ones were like only 13 episodes, but they really were fleshed out in a way that's like you can't do
Yeah.
with just 6 episodes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
So speaking of episodes, let's talk about Tekken episodes.
fuck it, I was finding a way to transition. I was like, well, I was coming up on an hour, and you're gonna fucking give me some shit about an episode. But hey, yeah,
No, so-
let it rip.
Man, man, it's hard to follow up after House of Dragon, but here's how I would pitch it. So we start off. We tell 8 stories, or there's eight. Sorry, eight characters. There's 8 characters, right?
Yeah.
Fun fact is, I googled it. Tekken 1 started off with 8 characters, so there's some
Okay.
symbolism behind it.
Okay.
So how it starts is, you see, you're introduced to the guy Heihachi, right? Heihachi Mishima, but you notice that in this episode he struggles between, or like he has like a duality, like he has a work life and his home life, right? So in the work life, you notice that like um he's into like kind of like kingpin, black market kind of thing, like they're seen as like, oh, like we're a strong business hold, like that's the face of their, like we're a strong business hold, but on
Yeah.
the backside we're doing like black market research and shit, right?
Yeah.
So their research is trying to find like what, like, like what we know, the devil gene, right? Then he transitions over. So we always see that like from work to home kind of thing. So when he's not working, you see him like romantically in love with the lady, right? Like this girl, right? Then at the, like throughout the episode, you just see that whole common duality. I don't know what the preface is, like how we're gonna like intertwine, but like that's basically to just work and like love life, work and love life, work and love life. Then at the end you see a picture of like Heihachi smiling, right? Smile, or at the end you see the work life, and he says like, we found the gene, like, oh, like it, like we found it, and we're correct, right? Then at the end, when he goes to his love life, you see Heihachi, and he says like hi my love, or something, right? And like and he, like, you see a picture of her, or like a, like just a portrait shot of her, and he says my love, whatever, what's her name, Jun, whatever, right? Or whatever her love is name, right? And the funny thing is, she's the one that they were observing. She was observing her
Wait,
because she has
Kazuya
the
or
devil gene.
Hayachi?
Heihachi, right?
No, because
Because Heihachi was trying
Jun is
with the devil gene, right?
Kazuya. Kazuya
Wait,
is
who
the
has the
one with the
devil
devil
gene?
gene. Kazuya,
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So that
not
means
Hayachi.
Heihachi. No, that's why Heihachi is trying to find the devil gene. So the only way to find the devil gene and make sure that this lady has the devil gene is be with her. So she's basically like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like the whole idea was get Heihachi and make sure that this woman has the devil gene. So he's basically being a spy for his own company. So like,
Okay.
so he's basically falling in love with the devil gene, right? So he can make a kid that has a devil gene and he can experiment.
All
So
right.
that's the whole idea. So
It's the whole
at
cusp
his
of.
work life, yeah, he at his work life, like we don't see it. Like at his work life, they like he grabs like I don't know, like her makeup or whatever, like, and he's like, yes, this, she has the devil gene that we've been looking for. Like she has it, right? And we introduce her name at the end. Then it cuts. Then episode 2 will lead into like the like Kazuya as a young kid, and like, oh fuck, dude, Kazuya has the devil gene. Now that we know that they like made a kid with the devil gene. Boom.
Okay.
You see
Dang.
that? That makes
So,
sense, right?
I think because Kazumi,
Yeah, the
right?
one in episodes or Tekken
That's
7.
Hayachi's chick. So I guess
Yeah.
we'll play off a little bit on it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's something we could
So
do
like we
and
don't
explore.
introduce her as much, but we just say like, because that was the one thing, as a kid I didn't understand, is like, how come Heihachi's so fixated on Kazuya, right? Because that means the mom had the devil gene that he was looking for. So that's the whole story we're building upon. Then episode 2 is Kazuya trying to, like, the whole like rough dad situation where Heihachi's trying to awaken his devil gene because it's
Yeah.
still dormant. So that's why he's so a hard ass on him, and like that whole thing pops up. Boom. See?
Okay.
What a interesting take, right?
All right.
So
Okay.
you give him, like, you give Heihachi the idea that like, oh, he's a nice guy at the end. Like you see the business side of him as well as the loving side. But in actuality, it's all business for him. Like he has his own goal. Like he doesn't care about love. So that's how
So
you portray Heihachi.
from the get go, Heihachi's already an asshole. But you don't think so. You don't think
You
that.
don't think so until the end. Like
Okay.
fuck, he had an agenda the whole time.
Okay.
See,
Hmm.
so like you get people to love him, then like oh fuck, dude, like it just goes there.
All right. So, okay. I guess I could kind of see where it's going. I mean, the thing is though, are we gonna are we gonna stay in that timeline for now, or are we gonna jump forward
No,
House of
you
Dragon
have
style?
to jump forward because you need to see Kazuya grow up.
Okay.
So like in episode 2, I didn't like think about hardcore, but like right now I'm thinking like what if Kazuya you see how he lived from his eyes. So he's always getting roughed up by his dad and you don't understand why. Then like
Okay.
it leads to him like let's just say like we can do the spiel where like he dumps him in the fucking
The fucking
volcano. But I was
volcano.
like, man, that seems or that'd be cool. Like you just dump him in the volcano, then at the end he awakens his power. But you go back to that scene on the last episode at episode 8, and like he returns the favor.
Episode 8.
Yeah,
Like how
he
you
returns
planned
the
out.
favor. Yeah, like so that sets
Okay.
off his goal. Like Kazuya's goal is to like fuck you, dad. Like I'm gonna beat your ass up, kind of thing.
All right.
See, so there's that whole thing, and like when he awakens it's literally when he drops to the bottom. So then you would see Kazuya as a kid. Then again, you would do another time jump when he's an adult. Boom.
That parallel though of when he drops Heihachi there. Yeah. Some cool shit, man. I don't know,
See?
because I feel like how are we gonna latch on to these two as characters? Because they're both assholes. You know what I mean? These are
Oh,
not
that's
good
your.
people. Like these are
No, well, if
fucking
you think of Kazuya right now, like in episode 2, if we did it, he's basically like his dad just fucking abused him. So that's something
right.
to latch on to. So it's more of a revenge
Yeah.
story
Okay.
rather than like
All right. Well, give me an outline. Flesh it out.
no, I was just thinking about it. I was like, yo, I can give episode 1. Like episode 1 would make sense. Like you give him you make him an asshole. Give
Yeah, that's true.
Heihachi the asshole role in episode
Yeah.
2. And you can do it your way where you just release the 2 episodes. Damn, see? Holy shit, we're
Start off with
badass,
two
dude.
episodes. Oh man. All right. Well, once we catch up,
Well, tell us
Yeah, I
what
don't-
you think if you guys are listening. Like, if that's a good, because that's pretty. I think that's pretty Tekken lore ish, like to the point.
Yeah.
I kind of stole
it
from
plays
like
on it a
2
little bit.
and 3 a little and 1,
Plays on
but
it.
like it's there. Like I didn't forget
Right.
about it, but it's there.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the hard parts about it is like how realistic can we go while also because I like the Devil Gene stuff, but I also don't want to go too far into fantasy that it's like just off-putting in a way. So it's a hard balance to strike with this thing, especially with Tekken, where it's just weird. Like it's a weird fucking
I
story.
think if you think about it, you gotta start with like what the Russo said best. Like just have a story first, then the rest will follow, kind of
Okay.
thing. So if you build the story first, then fucking put in the devil gene later on, like then it'll come through.
All right.
So
So,
like
now
if
my
you build
question.
if you build on those
Yeah.
two and then introduce Jin, you're fucking set.
Yeah. So, but now my question is though, as an audience, people are expecting these larger than
Fights.
life characters. Yeah. Like for example, like Paul, Jin, fucking Horang, everybody that is like Tekken. Like literally, like if you think of Tekken, you think of these people. My whole thing is like, okay, if we focus on the Mishima bloodline, which obviously is the main story, how are we also gonna satisfy
The
what people
Paul
are
fads
expecting?
and the-
Yeah, like what people are expecting from those other things, because it's gonna be tough. I do want to focus on the Mishimas and that whole thing because it's kind of like they're the Skywalkers, right? We focus
Yeah.
on them, but at the same time, I don't want to. Um, why am I talking
No,
like it's fucking real? What am I doing?
no, like I said, you introduced that. Then episode 3 is when another time skip and you see Kazuya like fucking training and shit, right? Then,
Yeah,
like I said, at the end of every episode, you see like an important broadcast, right? And
yeah.
it's the fucking asshole we see in the first episode, and it's Heihachi saying like, "I introduced to you guys a tournament of power." So it's all like introduction episodes. There's no like cohesive storyline until the very end, maybe.
The King of the Iron Fist.
Yeah,
All right,
Tekken. I mean, so at
Tekken.
the end, so you're just you're it's literally origin stories of all of them until like the very
All
end.
right. Yeah. Fuck it. Write it up. Then
No,
we'll start casting soon.
I'm just thinking, dude. No, never mind. I don't want to tell you, but like I created, I had like
What?
some free time. I had
Are
a
you fucking
PowerPoint.
serious?
Yeah, but it's not done. But I had a PowerPoint done,
Yo, I need to see
or not
this.
done, but it's like it's fucking like. Here, let me see. I can show you here, but it's not complete.
I need to see this now.
I need to put
Wait.
the characters.
It's a shame
Wait, I
Kyle's not
wonder if
here.
I can present it. Oh, I showed it to him. That's the funny thing. I literally showed it to him. Okay, after this, then we'll end. Wait, let me see if it'll play.
Oh,
If it doesn't play.
the link I sent you, by the way, about Elizabeth Olsen. Apparently, I didn't know she auditioned for Khaleesi also. That's like one of the fun facts they mentioned here. Nice.
Wait,
All right, whatever. Show me
Come on,
that
man.
that fucking thing.
wait. How do I not show presenter's view? Because it's like. Wait a second. Well, never mind. I'll just show it to you. Like, I literally put like fucking animations and shit. Oh well.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Never mind.
You
It
can't?
won't do it because it's in presenter view. It's like not giving.
Not if you full screen it.
Here, I'll just show you.
You have two
Oh, wait.
screens, right? You have two
Yeah,
screens.
but it's not. It's not. It's then I won't see your reaction because I want to see your reaction.
No. Because you could, when you share a screen, you could only share one. You could share only one screen.
No,
It'll
I can
divide
share
it.
one, but the the presenter's view is blocking you. But I want to see
Oh.
your reaction.
Dude, that's easy, bro. Here, I'll show you.
Here. Let me just try it. Then I'll fucking do what you said, and hopefully I can like block the presenter's view.
You should wait. So, you could just divide your screen into two, put the slideshow.
Oh
on
yeah.
one,
You right.
Put me on the other. Put
Okay,
the
I can see
slideshow
that.
itself on the TV. Share your TV.
Wait,
There we go. I like how you just went ahead and went full TV as your monitor too. It's kind of tough though, isn't it? Like, does it strain your eyes?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's the one thing I was like, fuck. That's why I backed up. Like, I had to not do it too much.
Thank you. Oh, my PowerPoint's trash. Wait. It's not doing it, but I will show you. I'll put all the effects like later on. Like I didn't put the fucking layers. I didn't put the layers for the characters. But I gave it like a rough draft.
Okay. Let me see it.
Okay, shoot. I'll just fucking present. Share screen. Okay. So here is
So everyone can.
the Tekken fan. I was supposed to put fucking from the Spit Talk podcast. So this is the presentation if we pitched it to Netflix, right? So
All right.
oh wait. So we start off with these characters. Oh wait, HM stands for Heihachi Mishima,
Heihachi
Kazuya, Jin,
Mishima.
Armor King, Marduk, Paul, Xiao Yuli. I just chose random 8 characters, right? It doesn't have to be
Hey,
these
Jin's
8. But it'll be-
Kazama, bro. I'm just saying. But yes.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I just copied and pasted. I told you I did this really fast, so
Alright,
it's
show me.
rough. It's super rough.
Show me.
This is Heihachi Mishima, and he's played by this guy.
It's
See,
the same dude.
Dude, come on. If
All right,
if
let's
we
go.
lived in a timeline where CGI, you can totally like make him young, it'll work. You know.
All right,
Then
let's
my
do it.
second one, Kazuya. Okay, it's working. Go. Kazuya Mishima, right there, man. Our boy. Look at that. See, isn't the character select screen like that too, right?
I think so.
Jin
Fuck yeah, this
Kazama.
guy's so...
Damn. See, look at that. I even found good pictures to match up.
This guy does look like Jin.
Armor
Sorry, good
King.
Jin. Hey, is this John Cena? The Rock. Fucking Jason
Yeah,
Momoa.
Jason Momoa, dude. We said Jason Momoa.
All right.
Dude,
Marduk.
this one's clutch. Marduk. See? See? It's just you gotta find the good
What
pictures.
the fuck?
Then Xiao Yu.
Who do you cast here?
See?
Oh, of course. Look at that. She even has the hair, bro.
We got
Tom
Paul.
Hardy.
Man, see?
It's fucking jujitsu.
Yeah, see?
Shout out.
And Li Xiaolon.
Give
see,
me RM, baby. Look at that fucking white hair. Holy shit. We got Lee,
See, I told
baby.
you. We're set. That was basically it. It's super rough, but if I had to pitch it.
All right, look at that. So we got everything going. Hopefully the Rock's not too tied up, but we do want him as Marduk. And yeah, I mean, dude, you should have just picked the first guy, Heihachi. You should have picked his picture as Heihachi.
That's true, but then people wouldn't know. I wanted the actual
that's true.
actor.
All right.
We'll give him a second run on doing it.
For real.
All right. Any final thoughts before we close out this episode?
No, really, dude. Have you watched that Tekken the 2010 one?
No.
You should watch it.
I chose not to.
You chose not to
Yeah.
succumb your fucking fuck yourself up. Yeah, I made the mistake of watching it, but whatever. Anyways, I think that's all we have for today, guys. I appreciate no one for watching today, but whoever is listening, thanks, man.
Later on, yeah, man.
Have it always have you. I know Gino, our boy. Thanks for always listening, dude. I don't know who else listens really. Kareem listens, but he doesn't at the same time, so I wouldn't know. I don't know where he is. But anyways,
with that said, thank you for listening
go.
to the Spit Talk Podcast. Catch us on our next episode. Follow us on Instagram at the Spit Talk Podcast for any updates. Once again, we are Aaron, Jan, and no Kyle. See you guys. Bye.
All right, guys. Shoot. Intro, baby. Oh wait, that's not it.